Thank you for using Just Like Me. This video contains the instructions for our Day 3 Create Station, where we will explore our theme, I Have Something to Share, with our activity, A Feast of Gifts. In today's activity, campers will use available crafting items to make their own baskets. They will then fill these baskets with different food items that represents gifts or talents that they have that they can share with the community around them. We have two different variations for our basket creation that you can select based on campers' age and ability, but our activity of creating a feast of gifts once we have this baskets is the same for both options. Our first option for today's activity uses two paper plates to create a basket. For this activity, you will need paper plates, stapler, scissors, and crayon, markers, or paints or other materials to decorate our baskets. For this activity, each camper will need two paper plates. To begin the activity, instruct campers to select a plate that will serve as the base of their basket. They will then cut the other plate in half and choose one half to serve as the front of the basket. Instruct campers to set their basket parts aside. Cut a 2-inch strip along the outer edge of the final half plate, removing the inner circle so that you create an arc shape. You will use this to create the basket handle. Instruct campers to use the available materials to decorate the back of the full plate, the back of the half plate, and the remaining edge that will be used as the basket handle. Once everything is decorated, align components and staple edges or tape or glue to complete the basket. Our second option involves weaving a basket out of construction paper strips. For this activity, you will need construction paper, at least 3 pieces for each camper, scissors, tape, and glue. To begin the activity, distribute 3 pieces of colored construction paper to each student and direct students to cut paper into 1-inch strips. Then, line up 4 strips horizontally on the table. Using an over-under motion, weave 4 strips through the strips on the table to create a square in the middle of all of the strips. Once you have your base square that will serve as the bottom of the basket, fold the side edges up to create the sides of the basket. Then, weave the remaining strips between the now vertical strips of the base, folding to fit around corners of the basket. You may also need to trim and tape or glue strips as needed. I recommend gluing down the beginning and end of each strips. Finally, fold and tape or glue the top edges onto your basket to complete the basket and use remaining strips of paper to form a handle. I highly recommend building your own basket on your own before directing campers through this activity, as it can take a couple tries to work out how to move around those corners. Once campers have completed their baskets, encourage them to use the remaining construction paper, marker, and other art supplies to create their own feast of foods that they can put in their basket. They may choose to use fish and loaves like our Bible story, or they might choose to make food items that kind of represent their own preferences. Each time we finish a food item, we should turn it over onto the back and write down one gift or talent that we have that we can share with others. These might be things like, I like asking interesting questions, or I tell really funny jokes. If there is time at the end of the activity, ask campers to show off their baskets and share one talent that they have that they would like others to know about. As always, we want to make sure that we offer students the opportunity to skip if they are not comfortable sharing. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We can't wait to see you tomorrow for day 4.